Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and fellow Dolphins. First of all, I want to tell you that we're about to do our next presentation of Dolphins Got Talent. And Dolphins, we all know the dolphin hand sign, right? Let's do it right now. There we go. That will start a tradition for the next 5 years. Okay, I'd like to introduce your master of ceremonies, the man we all love, Mr. Patrick Hubbard.
That, by the way, you see there's a famous producer that was a writer. Oh,
Here you go. Hear him.
We have a famous producer here tonight who joined us, who is currently taping in the back of the room the entire show. He's excellent. He's also my son. That's Dan Hubbard.
Not really. Are you really?
All right. That's it, Dan. I'll get your money later. Okay, well, welcome to Dolphins Get Talent. Yes. All right, how y'all doing? All right. Well, I'll be hosting our show tonight, and the theme will be memories. And of course, we all still have some, I hope. I started in show business when I was 16 with a high school play. And that was over 70 years ago. And I learned that the audition is probably one of the most important parts of any actor who wants to be in the business. So I have several, but there's one from the movie City Slickers. A lot of you have seen that movie, I'm sure, way back. Billy Crystal had one of the lead roles in that. And he was addressing his daughter's third grade class. And a lot of this was pointed out to the young boys in the room. But it goes something like this. Value this time in your life, kids. Because this is the time in your life when you can still make changes. And it goes by so quickly. When you're a teenager, you think you can do anything. And you do. And when you can laugh if you want to. 20s are a blur. And in your 30s, you get a little, you get a family and you make a little money and you wonder what happened to your 20s. And in your 40s, you grow a little tummy, add an extra chin, and the music starts to get a little loud. Yes. My memory's not that good. And one of your old girlfriends from high school just became a grandmother. Oh, some of you know that. Yeah, all right. And in your 50s, you've had minor surgery. Oh, you call it a procedure, but it's surgery. And in your 60s, you have major surgery. And the music's still too loud, but it doesn't matter because you can't hear it anymore. In your 70s, you and the wife retire to Fort Lauderdale, where you have dinner at 10, lunch in the earlier hour than that, and breakfast the day before. And you wind up wandering around the malls looking for the ultimate in soft yogurt and muttering to yourself, how come the kids don't call? And in your 80s, you have a major stroke. And you wind up babbling to some Jamaican nurse in the hospital that your wife can't stand. And in your 90s,
Say it, Patrick.
any questions? So much for all of this. Okay, what does it say now? We've gone all through all that, and well, let's get on with the show.
Okay.
We have a special guest tonight. Marilyn Riding. Who drove all the way in from Site 761 to be here with us. She'd be accompanied by Diane Stouffer on the keyboard with their version of Memories, Senior Memories. And in addition to this, Diane will play a few tunes on the keyboard. Now, some of you may remember Doris Matthews at the 25th. We had a piano up here. Well, this is where we're at now. Okay. And are they ready? Are you ready? Okay.
Ready.
Steve didn't tell me what to do with the microphone.
Wrong.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
This song goes out to all of you who, like us, have had the occasional senior moment. I wake up and remember that I left the door open and the groceries outside. Where the hell did I put my keys? Oh, look, here they are, underneath the TV guide. What became of the short term? I remember the old days. I was sharper back then. If I eat fish and do the crossword puzzle each tickets to that show. I put them in my wallet. Now I'm late. I thought it started at 8. I wrote that in my whatchamacallit. Damn! What did I come in this room for? Maybe when I was younger, I took too many lewds. Where's that ginkgo biloba that I picked up today? Oh, I left it at Whole Foods. What's that name of that guy there? He sings with me in choir. Did I turn both of the burners off? Or is my house on fire? Shoot me, put me out of my misery, or just leave me to wander in Steinmart's parking lot. If they ask, tell them I once had a memory too. What was the question? I forgot.
Well, now it's recital time. And little Miss Sophia Rose, 4 years old, has been taking piano lessons for 4 weeks. And she is so excited because her teacher said she can play in the recital next week. So she goes home and tells Mommy and Daddy, and they say, oh, that's wonderful. And what are you going to play? And she goes, well, my favorite song, of course, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. It's also the only one she knows. So here we have Sophia Rose in a beautiful lavender dress playing Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star.
We can't hear you.
It's not cooperating.
I'm here.
Wait. Am I worthy of an encore yet?
All right, so I have a couple other little songs for you. While she's preparing to play her next one. I'm in the mood for love.
Oh, God.
funny, but funny, funny. Sometimes I wonder about her. Okay, so now here comes Zophia's older sister, who is 6.5. Be sure that you know she is 6.5. And she is also playing in the recital. And she's a little bit more, people expect more of her because she's so tall. And she mostly delivers. So she's going to play a song. Now, Mommy and Daddy, after hearing their Sophia, they don't know what to expect. So here we'll have to see what Emma has to deliver. They have twin boy cousins.
Wait. Before you go. Okay, I got the line right. What am I going to do?
Are you going to do this again?
Yeah, one more. This is I bombed on the last one, but I promise you I have it down this time.
How about the effing losers?
No.
Now look.
I get that all
Try to remember the. Try to remember the.
I think she'll be okay. Okay, now we have little Jacob. We call him Jakey. And Jakey is 8. And he has decided that he no longer wants to take piano lessons. However, he took them long enough that his teachers insisted that he be in this recital. So very grudgingly, he agreed to play. Now, this one is very fast-paced. Nobody move. For whatever you do, don't sneeze, because if I don't keep up with the rhythm, or I play the wrong notes, your ears are really going to hurt. Did you hear what I said? Now look what you've done. Are you going to be good now?
No.
I know you're really not. Okay, I'm going to try this one more time, so be nice. Because I'm not exactly, not nervous. Okay.
See what I have to deal with?
I really don't know if I trust them or not, so bear with me.
She said one more time.
So not to be undone, Jakey's twin brother Zachary, who, these are our grandchildren's names that I'm using. Not to be undone, he is going to play, even though he has not been taking lessons. He quit, but he's been doing lessons online. So he came up with a little something. I have no idea what's going to happen here, but we're going to give it a try. He's a little show-off, so he wants to do it.
While they are moving stuff around, what would a variety show be without a joke? Would you like to hear one? That's a rhetorical question. I'm going to tell it whether or not you want to hear it. So, here's the story. There's 7-year-old Tommy. Right here, okay. So 7-year-old Tommy goes to his dad. You know, 7 years old, that's right when they're losing their front teeth. If you have grandkids, you know how that is. So 7-year-old Tommy goes to his daddy and he says, "Daddy, I have been giving some thought to my future." And his dad says, oh, okay, that's really nice. What about your future are you thinking about? Tommy says, "Well, you know Susie, who lives down the block?" His dad says, "Yes, I know." And did I say Tommy or did I say John? Tommy. Tommy says, so you know Susie who lived down the block. He said, "Susie and I are thinking about getting married." And his father, of course, does not want to belittle him. He's a millennial. So he wants to give his children credit. So he says, "Well, that's a pretty serious thing, Tommy. Have you thought about what you would do for a living? How would you make money?" And Tommy says, yes, we have thought about that. And I get 10 cents a week for an allowance, and Susie gets 10 cents a week. I'm probably spitting all over this one. Susie gets 10 cents a week for allowance, and we think between our 2 cents a week for allowance, we'll get by. His father says, well, that's very good of you, Tommy, that you thought of that. Have you thought about where you will live? And Tommy said, yes, we have thought about that. You know that tree house that's in the back of the yard? He says, Susie and I will live in the tree house. His father says, well, clearly you have given this a lot of thought, but I have one last question for you, Tommy. Have you thought about what you and Susie will do if you have children? And Tommy says, yes, we have thought about it. Susie and I have talked about it, and we have decided that if Susie lays any eggs, we'll just step up. That's one of the few clean jokes I know.
Hello? Testing?
Well, let me introduce her while she's here. Many of you who had spent time in Chula Vista at various events there, Suzanne Justice, Steve's wife, used to perform for us there. So
I wouldn't call it perform.
we brought that act into Dolphins Got Talent. So enjoy, applaud if you feel like it.
You better feel like it.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Okay. Can you guys see it? Is the lighting okay, or? Okay. We've been requested to dim the lights. We need to dim the lights. They're back there visiting. Those lights, okay. Alrighty. This is the Miami Dolphin cheerleaders welcoming you to the 30th anniversary rally of the Dolphin RV Club here at Golden Village Palms. Now, Pat asked me to do a little slideshow. I was panicking, I didn't have enough time. He suggested I show some of my old slides, kind of a trip down memory lane. So I'll begin with a few from our 25th rally, again, held right here in the year 2014. We had memorabilia. We had the ladies' tea. And I don't know what to call it, but the men's tea. We had Calico Ridge, the Bakers and the Over the Hill guys. And we had a special appearance by the Dolphinettes. We had bingo, race car prepping, and the race car derby. We had shuffleboard, a putting contest. I don't know who won. I didn't resort to my notes, so. And we had this was the oldie wed game. And they were the Justices, the Snaveleys, and the Matthews. Yes, hosted by Ed Assemer. Thank you, I meant to put that in. We had Dolphins Got Talent. And we had Dolphins Got Dogs. We had a craft fair. And I'm throwing in now my own personal motto. We had seminars, and the man who pulled it all together, Howard White. And I'm sure he had a little help from his wife, Sally, and dozens of other people. Now, one year at Chula Vista, we even had belly dancers. And here are the 3 couples who went to Oregon and participated in the contest at the Seven Feathers Casino. First was Frankathema and her husband, Marcus Maximus. Loved the shoes. We had Princess Panera and her prince, Tomas. We had Catheta, mistress of the Nile. And my favorite, Mitra the pirate. And I found one more slide from the belly dancing contest. Valentino and Carol McGay. Carol, you must tell me later how it was. One year I had a segment once that I called Brothers. This is Adrian and Brian Forstmeyer. I mean, really, I just had to show you. This next one is of Bob Frunzimer, and I'm assuming he's the one on the left. Nubby will shake her head or yes or no.
Yes.
And this next one I think is also Bob in the middle. Now, you all remember Saturday night, Czech Brothers, 2 wild and crazy guys. Well, they were actually triplets. Now, unfortunately, I married the triplet on the right.
Best joke of the night.
He did not have those pants by the time I met him. I can assure you. Okay. I used to do a little trip back in time for the year that was the same year number as the pull tabs and in the jar. But this time, I didn't do that, so I went with today's date, which is March 22nd. Now, we're having a party, so I thought I'd show what happened in 1594. The French King Henry IV had a festival in Paris. So, in 1630 was the first colonial legislation prohibiting gambling. Yes.
Say it ain't so.
In Boston. Now, here's where I'm going to make our poker announcement. It's tomorrow night after dinner and all that. I think we're going to have it in here because of round tables. Everyone's welcome. From beginners to, whatever. In fact, we love beginners. Just bring your $20. In 1861, March 22nd, it was the first U.S. nursing school chartered. Now, where's Lee Haberline sitting? This one's for you, Lee. Nebraska becomes the 37th state
Go Big Red!
admitted to the Union. Now, this is Thomas Edison. At age 20, he was fired from his job at Western Union on March 22nd. He requested the night, I Googled it, I wondered why. He requested the night shift, which allowed him plenty of time to spend at his 2 favorite pastimes, reading and experimenting. And eventually he became too preoccupied with the latter, and it cost him his job. This is his photograph. He's age 31, and it is of his second phonograph model. March 22nd, 1903, these are the New York Highlanders, the ticket stub, who they later became the New York Yankees. And this was the first day that they went on sale in 1903. And here they were. The first New York Highlanders, who later became the Yankees. Also in that same year, 1903, Niagara Falls runs out of water because of a drought. Yeah. And you believe that?
Global warming.
1903 it was. Now also, for 5 months in June of 1969, the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers diverted the water because they needed to do some stuff, you know. And excited tourists scampered across the dry expanse, collecting coins thrown into the water decades ago. 1929, the U.S. Coast Guard vessel sank this Canadian schooner, suspected of carrying liquor. Yeah. 4 years later, in 1933, FDR makes wine and beer with up to 3.2% alcohol legal. This is Jimmy Stewart, 1941. Is inducted into the Army. He becomes the first major American movie star to wear a military uniform in World War II. In 1944, he flew his 12th combat mission, leading the 2nd Bomb Wing in an attack on Berlin. At war's end, he had flown 20 combat missions. He remained in the U.S. Air Force Reserve and was promoted to Brigadier General. On 1959, he retired in May of 1968. I was amazed. Now, finally, we're getting on to something important. 1963, the Beatles released their first album, Please Please Me. And in 1981, postage rises from 15 cents to 18 cents, and this was called Space Achievement. And lastly, in 1996, this is Cheryl DePoo of Florida is crowned the 13th Miss Hawaiian Tropic International. Now our club, new topic, our club has had a change in the position of hospitality. Sid Byford. And I couldn't think of a better man for the job. That lighting on that isn't very good. Can you guys see it? Yeah. Okay. This was a little cross stitch I found. Never stop exploring. If anything ever happens to Steve, this will be my next RV. And this might be my next husband. Or him. I'm halfway there. He and Miranda are divorced. Now people say to me, you know he's dating Gwen Stefani. Aren't you concerned? No. No. These next few slides are just miscellaneous, no rhyme or reason. If you notice they are of excellent quality, it is most probably the work of Paul Speaker. But not this one. Our daughter took this one of our dog Rusty. He simply was laying down on the carpet and yawned. And he looks like some wild monster. I love this photo. It's a yellow lab retrieving a red ball in a pool. Why is there words on the right side of this green?
Escape.
Let's see if the next one can. Okay. This is. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Bill Matthews in the 1960s. And his wife Doris on Valentine's Day. Oh, darn it. Hold on. There we go. And here was their Christmas card. And he told me once they actually did use it.
Yes.
I couldn't believe it. Anyway, this next slide is for Lori Murak.
Oh,
This one's for us. Remember the Justice stamp?
yes.
This next slide is what I call the Gold Lame montage. Now lately, there's been a lot in the news about college applications, people morphing photos on rowing crews and all this and that. I just wanted you to know, it was not me, okay? I didn't have anything to do with that. I wouldn't last an hour in jail. This is the Navy SEALs training near San Diego, which is near Chula Vista. This is the other Team 6 at Chula Vista. Another great photo by Paul Speaker. The Hubbards started hosting the rally at Chula Vista for several years. Then Steve and I came aboard. And a few years after, the Franzimers, Bob and Nubby, joined in. I've spent months trying to figure out what I can say about them. I love these people. They were the best team ever. We just arrived, we did what we needed to do, and we knew what we needed to do. God bless you all. I had a little fun with their names. This was Bob's Sweet Stripes, Nubby Dog Treats, Mary Jane Candy, and Old Father Hubbard, which is a whiskey, some sort. And then I found this book also, Old Mother Hubbard and Old Father Hubbard. One year at Chula Vista, we had a homeless man crash our party. He was a real wild thing. Oh wait, I think that's our club's actor, Pat Hubbard. And here's Pat receiving his Oscar in 2008 for his starring role in The Road to Chula Vista. And this was not a Paul Speaker photo. Here they were, our team, Hubbards and Fonzimers. Now, I was going through my Rolodex one year trying to thin it out, and I ran across this business card. Leon Schwartz, doctor. He turned out he was my daughter's dermatologist of about 25 years ago, and I actually gave Leon that business card. I don't know if he still has it framed, maybe, I don't know.
I still have it.
What did he say, he has it?
Yep.
Now you know it's coming. You know I'm gonna do it. Put in a slide of a dachshund. And with our granddaughter Olivia. She was pretty young there, I don't know how old. Here's what she looks like now. Age 2.5. Perhaps a few of you saw her today. Now, born just 2 weeks after our granddaughter, the Hessimer's daughter had twin boys. Darren with the dark hair and Dylan with the lighter hair. And if there aren't enough D's, here's their older brother, David. And Dad is also David, and Mom is Doreen. So Olivia, will it be bachelor number 1, 2, or bachelor number 3? She's really very sweet, not high maintenance at all. Now the Hessemers and Steve and I were all married in 1975, so we both recently celebrated our 43rd anniversaries. Here's us. We were at the Royal Cut near the 15 and 16. Here's the Hessemers. I think they had dinner at Alexander's maybe in Pasadena. I asked her once, the car they were in was their best man's early 1970s Buick. And at the time they personally drove, Ed had a 1970 Ford Maverick, and Judy had a 1972 Pinto. Now, when we were married, both Steve and I both had Volkswagens, the little bugs. So we'd have to take both of them to market just to bring home all the groceries. This wedding photo is our daughter and son-in-law, who is Olivia's parents. And the last wedding photo, our dogs, Rusty and Buffy. You know they say, married people start looking alike. Well, I have a few look-alike slides of my own. Larry Blaylock and Sal Mineo. He's on the boards down there. Another one, Larry Blaylock and Sal Mineo. This next one is of Cassie Byford and a caterpillar. And this next one is a dachshund puppy and another caterpillar. This is Steve Justice and Frank Sinatra. Pat Hubbard and Leonardo da Vinci. Where's Pat? Get out here and look at this, Pat. This is you and Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes, well, as you get older, they. Oh my. Needs a haircut.
Both of you. And a shave. This next one is Ed Hessemer and Tom Cruise. Yeah, I know. And last but not least, Bill Matthews and Mick Jagger. Now here's a few more pictures. Isn't that nice? Sandy and Lynn Mayer. Isn't that beautiful? I just love that photo. They do. And this next photo is proof that they do not have the world's biggest dog. This is a bull mastiff. On the next photo of that dog, the dog is on the right, the horse is on the left.
Imagine picking up after that, though.
I didn't look up my stats on anything, then I knew my presentation would double in length, so I'm just winging it, to make it short. This is a nice photo of Calendra, remember, who, and this next one is Mitch and Kathy Mitchell, who are on a trip right now. They're on a trip somewhere. The next one is George and Diane Rogers. And I found the George Rogers silver-plated pie server. Cindy and L and George H. Rogers Company. This next photo is Penny Gregory, Chrissy Cozart, and Pat West. no relation to Kanye. Don't laugh. Every once in a while, someone seriously asks if we are related to Dave Justice.
The answer is yes.
Maybe a different mother, or what's the saying? Another mother by a brother by another mother.
Good table.
Hold on, I lost my place. Okay. This slide represents huge gratitude to the tremendous job of our rally hosts at our 30th anniversary rally. The amount of time, energy, effort, and work is beyond calculation. Let's hear it for Sid and Anna Blackford. And David Sanders and all of their many helpers. Now, sometimes RVing comes with a few mishaps. This one went over a cliff in Alaska, was held from going down a cliff by a scrawny tree. But yet, the man actually went back in to retrieve important papers.
Whoa, it's crazy.
Sometimes, a plane crashes into a motorhome storage lot. This was in San Bernardino. Another photo of the same. And sometimes, someone accidentally backs up and ends up down a hill and almost runs over 4 pretty young girls.
Where's the motorhome?
Behind the girls on the hill. Clean your glasses. They were literally lying right where he almost landed. There's another view of that. The wife in that was absolutely terrified. She couldn't even scream. She was, Anyway, this officer was in a high-speed chase with another car when he crashed into this RV. The officer was fine. Just a few cuts from the flying glass. The young couple in the RV were fine. The suspect? A man in his late 70s. Here's the inside of the RV. They put all their stuff in storage while awaiting repairs, and the husband estimated the size of the storage unit he thought he might need, and later admitted he could have gotten by with half the size. This is the wife. I just can never quite get over this picture. The dogs, the cliff, no leash. Now this RV, he parked it on the cliff. It was a man alone. He got out to walk his dog. The RV went down the cliff, landed 6 inches from the water. Now I don't think the ocean water, but I think that pond or whatever. Here's another view. It is a sea breeze. Here's another view. Notice the passenger window and the bin. Now the owner called the Dolphin Club, and we sent our 2 best men to the rescue. You can see them up there up top. Here's a closer view of the 2 men. Bill Matthews and Sid Byford. Between them, they had all the necessary tools. And lastly, our club is always on the lookout for new places to go. This campground is just off the Cajon Pass. Here's some of the RVs. Just look at this beautiful lake. It looks like such a lovely place. Don't let the name sour you on hosting a rally here at the Deer Creek RV and Nudist Resort. Thank you, everyone.
Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come on, fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come on, fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide. Starry-eyed, once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You, me, all the angels cheer because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. You just say those words and we'll make those birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's so perfect for a flying honeymoon day. Come on, fly with me, let's fly away. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just fly. Starry-eyed, once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You, me, a band of angels cheer because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a groovy day. You just say those words and we'll get those birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's so perfect for a flying honeymoon day. Come on, fly with me, let's fly. Pack up and fly away. Thank you. Well, next song, you all realize we had a special holiday just a few days ago. Green, does it ring a bell? St. Patrick's Day, named after our host. No. But anyway, I'm sure that there's some of you out there that are honorary Irish, especially on March 17th. Some of you are really Irish. Patrick? So anyway, this song is for everybody. Oh, Danny boy, the pipes are calling. From glen to glen and down the mountainside. The summer's gone and all the roses are dying. 'Tis you must go must bide. But come ye back when summer's in the meadow, or when the valley's hushed and white with snow. 'Tis I'll be here in sunshine or in shadow. Oh, Danny boy, oh, Danny boy, I love you so. But if you come and all the roses are dying, and I am dead, as dead I may well be, you'll come and find the place where I am lying, and kneel and say an Ave there for me. And I shall hear those soft you tread above me, and all my days shall warmer, sweeter be. And if you bend and tell me that you love me, then I shall sleep in peace until you come to me. You know, there's got to be a secret. I look out here and there's so many people that have been together for so long, and there's got to be a secret. Well, one of them, and my wife will shoot me, but one of them is most of the time I don't wear my hearing aids. Day in, day out, that same old hoodoo follows me about. That same old pounding in my heart whenever I think of you. And darling, I think of you day in, day out. Day out, day in. I needn't tell you how my days begin. When I awaken with a tingle still one possibility in view. That possibility is maybe seeing you. Come rain, come shine, I see you, and for me the day is fine. Then I kiss your lips, and the pounding becomes the ocean's roar, 1,000 drums. Can't you see it's love? Can there be any doubt? Well, there it is, day in, day out. No, I'm not done yet. Just stay back there. Come rain, come shine, I see you, and for me the day is fine. Then I kiss your lips, and the pounding becomes the ocean's roar, 10,000 drums. Can't you see it's love? Can there be any doubt? Well, there it is. Yes, here it is. Well, there it is, day in, day out. Thank you. Now, you haven't been drinking, have you?
No.
Okay, all right. Did you want to close the show?
Oh, yes, I'm going to close the show. For some of you. Anyway, as I was saying earlier before I was interrupted, I gained some kind of reputation, and I started to accumulate articles that were given to me as gifts. Something to do with Wild Thing. So, I'm not sure, as Mary Jane will tell you, I practiced Wild Thing over and over and over, and I will try my best to get through it. I tried on the 25th at the end, and I don't know if those of you that may remember, I actually ran off the stage because I could not. Anyway, enough said. I'm going to try to do Wild Thing.
Wild Thing, are you ready?
I guess so.
That's a wild jacket you got there.
Yes.
A Wild Thing.
Yes.
All right, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it. I'll get over here. Oh, Wild Thing. You make my heart sing. You make everything. Wild Thing. Wild Thing. Wild Thing. I think I love it. But I wanna know for sure. Hold me tight. I love you. Wild Thing. You make my heart sing. You make everything. Wild Thing. Wild Thing. now, I want you all to join in with me on the last verse. I'll give you a sign. I'll give you the word. Okay, you ready? You ready? Is everybody ready? All right, here we go. Oh, that's so good. You make my heart sing. You make everything good. Wild thing. Come on, wild thing. Yes. Wild thing. Maybe one more time. Wild thing. Oh, do it again. All right. Wild thing. Oh, you guys are great. You're really great. Thank you so much. Don't turn the mic off. Well, thank you very much for coming. We enjoyed putting this together for all of you. And my son, thank you.
Promise me you will never do that again.